From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine.
Darnold on first down. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Bravo. 49's the mark. 49's the mark. Here we go.
Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north.
What's that? 49. Lunch 49. Hey, man. Watch the booth. Watch the booth. Check. Red 80.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. There he goes inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Yo, son. 49's the mark.
first carry for Trenton Cannon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Running for it, Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Montgomery. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock. It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 14-0. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
I'm here all day. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Henry Anderson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He's checking crap. Check 43. Zoom. 53's the money. 53. Check 53. Check pass. Mike, 53.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it with Bell. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Henry Anderson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now it's Jackson. It's caught. Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
That's good for Bills. 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson now. Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Out left to Anderson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
49 to Mike, watch 49. Too little, tap. 49 to Mike, 49. Yo, 80.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
49. 49. Red 80. Red 80. Here we go. Check it back.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 49. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Swift. Lady. Check safety. Check safety. Set.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 22, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brandon Copeland able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
Play action. It's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check four. Check four.
From the gun, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And the grab by Croft. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Williams. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
They'll go again to McCoy. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. The left side completion to Jones. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Here's Jackson to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 of 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. He did turn 31 back in July. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I'm coming.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their 1st. But at least it's 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka from the left hash. This from 34. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 53.
Hey, Delta.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49 to give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Check 26, check 26. Lady.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch QB drop. Check.
Bell. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They'll go again with Bell. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bell. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, lady. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43.
First down, New York.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Bell, and an alley to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Bell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 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 check. Watch twist. 180. Shit.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. 49.
Darnold sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here we go. Time to end it. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Again, it's McCoy.
Go.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Jenkins. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Alert 3, alert 3. Oh, 80. Check. Check. 80. Check, check. First down.
A give to Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get...
Under pressure, they got him again. Brandon Copeland in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Jackson. And Jones has it over the middle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Set, cut. Look the outlaw. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, one set.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.